Hello and welcome to Channel 2S. I'm your host, Second Soundwave, and it's time to get hyped because I bought me a real grade unicorn. This is a kit that everyone thought was going to be absolute trash. But Bandai kept insisting that this kit was going to rock, and sure enough, as soon as the first reviews of this kit started trickling in, it got positive ratings across the board. And it looked so good that I just had to express ship one from Japan. And that's something that I never do. Ever. Something else I also don't usually do is talk this much about the Boxel real grade because they're all pretty much the same. But this one's different. For starters, the first run of this kit has special premium box art, and it's really not premium, it's literally just this exact same thing, but with the Unicorn Gundam in Unicorn mode instead of Destroy mode. Seriously, there is nothing else different about it, it's just a box art variant. While I did have the opportunity to get the premium box art version of the Unicorn, I chose to get the standard release one instead because I like Destroy mode so much better. Okay, you've seen more than enough of the front of this box by now. Let's just move on. The bottom of the box has all the usual real grade stuff. Or does it? Yes, the real grade Unicorn Gundam breaks the RG norm and talks specifically about the advancements made for this exact model. And then on the top of the box you have some of the usual stock photos. But in the corner of safety warnings and crap we usually don't even look at, there's actually something new to talk about this time. They've updated the information to tell you that you both A, need some basic tools to build this, and B, don't need glue. Now to me and you that is a very obvious thing for them to state on the box, but it's really cool to see this since it shows how much they're reaching out for a bigger audience. And then once you get the box open, you can see the Unicorn is still breaking RG conventions because normally on this internal part of the box, what you see are cross advertisements for the perfect grade, the high grade, the SD, the master grade. Instead what they're doing here is they're making a point of saying that this guy is in scale with HGUC kits. And then there's more of this on the other side where not only do they show you a real grade Unicorn displayed next to a high grade Gira Zulu, but they also show off a whole bunch of other HGUC kits from Unicorn just to drive the point home. Including the Sinanju, because even Bandai themselves know that the real grade sucked. Inside the bags, you get 10 plastic runners. And what's interesting here is you get a lot of runners that are labeled E1, D1, A1, but they don't have any corresponding A2, D2, or E2 runners to go with them. Kind of strange. And we just have to talk about the G runner. Not because of what's on it, but because of what it's made of. This is a brand new ABS runner in 2017. Here's why that's a big deal. Right around 2013, Bandai started phasing out ABS plastic in their newer kits. On the rare occasions when you do see an ABS runner on a modern kit, it's usually a carryover from an older mold. But this is the first time in a very, very long time that Bandai has actually produced a newly tooled, brand new ABS runner. And that means this kit is gonna be tight. Oh, and by tight, I mean this thing's literally gonna fit together really tightly because that's what ABS does. And while we're here, we might as well look at the frame runner. Although it feels weird calling this the frame runner because there's not a lot of frame on this. Usually on real grade kits, you can see entire limbs pre-molded on the B runner, but on the Unicorn here, it's more just a bunch of miscellaneous bits and pieces. I am really interested to see how this turns out. Let's take a look at that manual. Inside, we got some translated story information. Oh look. It is a possibility beast. That is exactly what they call it in the anime. And just like with the last two real grades, the rest of the story information inside the manual is not translated for no goddamn reason. It's got some cool pictures though. And then on the back of the manual there is a painting guide as well as a decal application guide that I'm not going to use. Because to be totally honest, I really don't like how these stickers look at all. I'm already not a fan of real grade decals, but these ones in particular clutter up the design like crazy. Obviously I'm still going to use the essential ones like the ones for the antennae and the sensors, but the rest of these I ain't touching. And that's the real grade Unicorn. Over the next few days, I think I am going to have a lot of fun snapping this kit together. Of course, as soon as I'm done building it, I am going to review it, and you don't want to miss that. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button to join 10,000 plus other Gunpla fans. And while you're at it, leave a like on this video as well. I'm your host, Second Soundwave, and as always, I'll see you next time. Take care, guys.